A very good morning to everybody. I am Darshini Vijay Kumar from IPG Campus Tengku Ampuan Afzan. So today I will be presenting the outline of my project, which is actually a virtual escape room. So here we go. So today in our video, I'm going to explain to you first the introduction, where I'm going to tell you what is an escape room. And then next we will move to the concept, where I'm going to tell you how does this whole virtual escape room works and what is inside. And then the guidelines for students, where I'm going to explain the instructions of playing the game. Then is the guidelines for teachers edition, where I'm going to include ways for teachers to create this Google form material in case they need it in their lessons. And at last is the justifications on why did I choose such a game in Google Forms. So, what is a virtual escape room? Escape room typically means a room in which people are locked in order to play a game of puzzles to accomplish a goal, typically finding the key to unlock them. We can usually find escape rooms like this in lots of malls, where we sign up ourselves in any stories that we like, and then we go inside, solve mysteries, solve puzzles, and then when we finally solve them with correct answers, we get to escape the room. But here it's virtual, so which means we will be in the laptop and students will be locked inside an escape room and they have to solve each level to finally make it out. Here in this escape room, we will be teaching kids about animals, which means wild animals, pets, farms animals, and many more. This game is usually designed for students in the age of 3 to 8 years old. The great thing about an escape room activity is that every children's engagement is high throughout the task because it includes all kind of levels and all kind of challenges. So next. Now, I'm going to tell you about the concept of this whole virtual escape room. Okay, what is the platform used? So first and foremost, we are going to use Google Forms to create this virtual escape room. And here, we will be using the video, audio, and visual elements in each of the level of the virtual room. So the first level includes visuals, which means images. So students will guess the names of animals based on seeing their pictures. The code will be the beginning of each letter of the animal name. And then the second level, which incorporates audios. So animal sounds will be provided and students will guess them accordingly. Students will acquire the code from completing a word search based on the animal sounds they guessed. Moving on to the third level, which incorporates videos. So a video about animals on the farm will be played. Kids will have to fill in the blanks based on the video. The code to unlock will be the names of the animals on the farm. So here, instead of using traditional paper-based or scavenger hunt style of escape room, there is also an option to create your own virtual escape room using these Google Forms. My learning objective here is to acquire basic understanding of animals. Hence, we will set the theme, which allows the child to be a character in the game. So here, the children will be a zookeeper, where they will be trying to save the animals from being free and sending them back into their enclosure in the zoo. Typically, each answer will provide a clue to unlock the lock to each level. The code is usually always a combination of letters, words, or numbers, but here in this escape room, we will usually be using more on words. Now, we will be looking at the guidelines for student edition. So how is students going to use this escape room? Here, students are zookeepers that will have to save the zoo by sending the animals whom are free into their enclosure. This role play will be given at the beginning of the escape room so that students will be able to maintain their role throughout the activity. Students need to complete every activity to unlock each lock to continue to the next room. That means the code to each lock depends on what they answer. In activity A, which is level 1, Students are given 7 types of wild animal pictures. They must then figure out the names of the animals. They are required to write the initial letter of each animal in the code box, which unlocks lock number 1. Which means, for example, if I include a picture of an elephant, students must be able to guess that it's an elephant, and then at the code box they are required to write E because elephant starts with E. Then next, activity B, which is level 2. Students are given an audio with hidden animal sounds. Animal pictures are given as clues in the bottom part of the page. So students need to find each animal sounds and write the beginning letter of each sound word that they find in the word search that they are given at last. So, for example, a lion roars. So, in the word search, there will be an option to highlight roar. So, students will write R in the code box, just as similar to level 1. Now, activity C, which is the final level, level 3. Students are provided with an education video of farm animals. Students must then fill in the blanks with the correct answer. Then they have to answer the last question by naming the farm animals, which will be the code for log 3 and finish the game, which means they will have to answer like emus, cows, horses, and many more. Now we will look at how are we going to create it. Now I will have to go to Google Forms to create a new document and then type in the title, which is actually a creative story like I mentioned before about the zookeeper, and where it says in form description. In that column you have to fill it in. Now click on the 3 dots on the lower right hand corner of the form, select description and response validation options. Also, checkmark the required button for students to not miss out on any questions. Then, click short answer on the drop-down menu. To put in the code to the log, change the drop-down menu on the left where it says number to text and then to greater than to contains. Put in the code and please triple check. Add a custom error text like "oh no, try again" to be shown whenever students input the incorrect code. Select the equal sign on the bottom of the vertical menu to add a new section. Repeat the same steps for the further levels. Finally, why such a game? Why have I used a virtual escape room to incorporate visual arts, audios, and videos? So, visual arts is clearly shown in activity A, where is Who Am I, the activity, and this activity involves looking at animals and guessing their name. So the use of animal pictures in activity A creates response in a student and increasing their visual interest. So basically when a student sees their favorite wild animal like a lion or a tiger, they're going to be very interested. And then animals in artworks can make students consider their relationship to nature. So some students or kids may just get to realize the variety of animals that exist. This means like if a student doesn't know about a panda, then by seeing the picture, he will be able to know that there is a species like this exists. Next is audio. Audio is clearly used and shown in activity B, which is the sound search. This activity requires students to find the sounds of animals in the given audio. So each animal's sounds, they represent different melody, breath length, pitch, and volume. So guessing these animal sounds will help students to imitate their sound beforehand. This allows them to integrate music elements while developing their literacy skills. So which means obviously kids are very influenced, so they can, when they hear the sound of a roar, they will try to imitate it first before actually answering the question. This improves their music element skills and also their literacy skills. And then finally, the use of video. The use of video is in activity C, which is Welcome to the Farm. So this activity requires students to watch the video and fill in the blanks accordingly. So each question helps students to explore the farm life and broaden their knowledge. They can rewatch the video several times. So this video will be an exposure to students about authentic life in the farm. Also, it introduces a new culture and ideas for students who can't actually go to the farm. So this is it. This is the whole of my virtual escape room. Thank you for watching. So this is my project. Feel free to comment and